Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm making a floating console shelf for under my TV. First, if I can ask you to give this video a thumbs up, this really helps out my channel. Thank you. I'm marking the pieces to the thickness of the material, which gives me the 45-degree angle to reference on the miter saw. Since the pieces are nearly 4 feet long, I decided to use the miter saw to make the angled cuts. I think the miter saw did a really good job on these cuts. So this is going to be the bottom inside, and this is going to be the top on the inside. This here is going to be the back, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave just 1/8 of an inch behind, because I'm going to screw this directly into the wall of my living room. Right? And for the spacing, I'm just going to use the thickness of my carpenter square. So I have the thickness of my carpenter square, and I'm just going to mark the inside, which I'll show you later. Mark it here. Mark that inside. This marked out. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to do the same here with the top. That here. We'll do the same to the other side. All right. So what I have is the outside of my console. The outside of my floating console shelf is going to be 48. The inside is 46 and 5/8, and then I'm going to divide that into 3 sections. So I found a half of 46 and 5/8 is 23 and 5/16. So I marked it here, and then from the center point here, center line, I'm going to mark out 7 3/4 and 7 3/4. So I'll have a section 15.5 and 15.5. And this is where I'm going to mark out my dowels. It's my Milescraft portable drill press here just to get it straight. I don't use it too often, and I'm not sponsored by Milescraft. Just full disclosure. So. I'm aligning the center of the dividers to the reference line where the dowels will be located. What I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer the holes to the dividers using these whole center punches here. So these are 1/4 inch. Take 2 1/4 inch ones right here. Here. I only had 2 transfer punches to mark out the dowels, so I ended up relocating one of them to the center and then remarking them. So you made the transfer here and here. All right, let's see how this fits. There we go. Too bad. This. All right, so the backboard here, I'm gonna, for the backboard, I'm gonna use pocket screws just to secure it in the back. So I'm marking my lines where I'm gonna be pre-drilling my holes here. And then in the back, and I'm gonna add 2 screws to get into this part here. Once this is on, I'm gonna screw the back and add 2 screws to it. Alright, so now all my pieces are prepped and done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sand the interior prior to assembly, and then I'm going to mark out which piece goes where, but this time I'm going to put it on a piece of tape so I don't have to get inside and sand off the pencil marks. I'm using glue to secure the end pieces, but later on, once the glue dries, I'm going to be adding some dowels to reinforce the joint. Here I'm using some wood filler to fill the voids in the Baltic Birch. Just a couple of voids have to fill. Should I get it in there? Yeah. Three-quarter-inch dowel rod made out of cherry. I just cut them into 1¼ inch. The dowel rod is actually 3/8 of an inch in diameter. I love this oscillating saw. It's such a versatile tool. Here I'm using water to raise the grain, which means that all the little hairs that are flat and feel smooth will actually lift up. Once the shelf is dry, I take a green pad and then do a light hand sanding. Just popping the grain here. I'm going to be using some Saman tung oil, natural color, and I'm going to test it on the back. So if I like it, I'll continue at the front. Let me know in the comments what you think of using Baltic Birch for projects. Oh, I love the color. It's nice and rich. Oh, it looks good on the end grain. Look at that. Wow. Look at that. That's beautiful. Exactly the look I was going for. I love the stripes on the Baltic Birch. Wow.